Hey, what's up, winos? This is Quake.
And Dave.
Welcome to another episode of Cheap Wine Finder. Well,
long distance.
We're still in lockdown.
For a while.
Dave and I are not in the same studio drinking the same wine.
And virtual wine tasting seems to be the rage.
Yeah, it's our very first Zoom collaboration. We'll see how this works out.
Yeah, we're in one place, the wine's someplace else.
Yeah, it's on the corner of the Zooms.
Yeah. So we're having a Sauvignon Blanc because what says spring better than Sauvignon Blanc? And it's, almost May.
Yeah, so we went and got 2 separate Sauv Blancs, and we thought we'd do a podcast this way.
Well, the only way we could. Actually.
On the Zoom.
Yeah,
Zoom is cool.
Long distance, and we have each one of us went out and on our own bought a Sauvignon Blanc. We didn't bring the same ones. We're drinking the same ones, so you get 2 for the price of 1 in this one.
Yeah, everyone's ripping on Zoom. I don't see what the problem is. See, I'm a techie. I've been using Zoom forever.
Oh, so it gets hacked like every third time. But other than that, it's great.
That's every piece of software.
Yeah, sure.
Some people are freaking out about it. So what?
My bank gets robbed every Wednesday, but they didn't get my money yet.
Yeah. No sweat. I did go into the wrong Zoom over the weekend, and I got drafted by the Miami Dolphins. It's pretty cool. What else? Do you want to dip into these wines?
We should probably
take turns. What do we do?
We could probably explain what we've got here. And actually, my wine, I went to the local liquor store, which is it's like a small Target full of any kind of, beer, whiskey, wine, anything you could ever want. And there was a line to the street because they can only let so many people in at a time. So down the corner was an ALDI. So I went, heck, I'm not waiting for 45 minutes to get a wine because I just needed a Sauvignon Blanc. So what I have is the ALDI Sunshine Bay Marlborough, New Zealand, 2019, which is an estate wine. Whose estate? I don't know because it's an ALDI brand. It's from the Waru section of Marlborough, which is in the upper middle of the South Island. So I got a $7.50 estate Sauvignon Blanc.
Your what hurts? Your Waru?
Yeah, Waru.
Hey, that's cool. You did a North Island the other day.
Yeah, that's actually, it tasted completely different than the South, from Marlborough. But it was still good. I like that one. But this is, a lot of times under $10, you get like the best of from like 8 different vineyards across the region. This one's estate. Whose estate? Don't know, but
Yeah, nice.
What you got?
Well, I went over to our local booze store, and thank God for those guys. They are essential. Isn't it funny? 1920, booze was the devil, and 2020, it's an essential business.
Well, if you're going to get locked in, you're in a couple of rooms for a month and a half, you better be drinking.
Oh, yeah. Thank God for those guys. Now, I haven't, picked one bottle for them to deliver, but, I'll wait till I need some things. But I'm wondering, like you said, just one bottle, would they do it? Because they deliver. Like, they'll throw it on the doorstep and
run away.
Trust that there's no 17-year-olds here.
You can't go in?
Booze.
You can't go in?
I haven't tried. I'm like, I
got a mask. I went into Trader Joe's the other day, and I had a mask on, and everybody, well, at least not everybody, but half the people in the store thought that the customers are trying to kill them. It was like, It was kind of weird to be in there.
You were like a bandito.
Yeah, they were freaked out. No, it wasn't the mask. We're all just bringing the plague into Trader Joe's, and they were freaking.
Was it a ski mask?
Well, actually, it's a hood. No, I have many.
Nice.
No one can tell who you are. You just got to remember not to go into the bank with it.
Right. Can you even go in the banks? I don't even know.
I don't think banks exist anymore. Everything's online.
Same thing. They just deliver my money. So I was kind of gearing up for the weekend, and this was one of the bottles I picked up. I have the R Collection by Raymond Sauvignon Blanc, and it's a 2019, and it's called Lot number 4.
Ooh, Lodi and a little bit of the North Coast, which usually means Lake County.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And lot number 4, so what they're doing is each lot is a generation of winemaking. So this is like the 4th generation, and I think they have 5 altogether.
So like 8-year-olds are making your wine?
Yeah. And you mentioned like Lodi. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Lodi is known for their Zin or like the Spanish varietals like Albarino and Tempranillo. But Sauvignon Blanc's really catching up there.
Well, they got the Delta region down there that comes off the... Oh, I get my bays always mixed up. It's either San Pablo or San Pedro. It's Peter or Paul, but I'm not sure which one it is. But that bay has the Delta region, which funnels all that cool air into Lodi, which is inland and hotter than blazes most of the time, but not where that is.
Oh, it's just gorgeous.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you knew this or not, but the Boisset, this is part of the Boisset collection, right?
That's how they name it? I always thought it was Boisset.
Jean-Charles Boisset, the French guy, sharp dresser.
Everybody crazy about.
James Bond of wine.
Yeah.
Mary Gina Gallo. Does that sound familiar?
Oh, really?
Yeah. They own everything, like 30 wineries in 4 countries, and he's got all those JCB wine tasting lounges, and he owns Deloche and bought Buena Vista. He opened up a cool wine museum in Napa, 1881 Napa.
Those JCB sparkling wines are usually pretty solid ones too for the money.
Oh yeah, and I haven't met him yet, but I've heard a lot of stories. Like he's quite a character, I guess.
Yeah, he's been trying to come over, but you've been putting him off. Yeah,
but he's a big fan of
yeah.
Napa Valley and just kind of the history there.
Even though this wine is not from Napa Valley.
Nope, but that's where his wine museum is, and he bought like the Oakville Grocery, which is like the oldest grocery store in Napa. It's a trip.
You have a Three Stooges museum, which I'm sure is just
my Three Stooges bathroom.
Yeah, which is every bit as classy as a wine museum in Napa.
So what else? This thing's 100% stainless. They say 2019 was like a near perfect vintage.
It only caught fire twice.
Yeah, like the rains and the heat and the cooling and all that shit just came like right at the right time.
Cool. And with Sauvignon Blanc, you want young, you want bright, you want them to put it in stainless steel. You don't want any oak knocking the edges off or anything. You want it just to be bright and alive and to smell like spring and to taste like spring. And you just want it, you don't want the 2017 where it's getting kind of dull. You want the 2019. You want the one that's still, it just explodes with flavor and aromas and what have you. And that's the cool thing about Sauvignon Blanc. You don't need to get anything that's kind of like super sophisticated or fancy produced or anything. The simplest ones are sometimes the best ones, which is why they don't cost that much.
What you said.
Yeah. Except you had yours delivered, so you had an $8 bottle with a $25 delivery charge.
Nah, all that stuff's like really reasonable. They're taking it easy. And then I tipped a guy. It's like I'm trying to support all the local guys.
And he's going, I don't want to touch you. Here, take it.
Yeah, he throws it at me. Yeah. Here's your 1 bottle of wine.
You jerk. Yeah, but there you go.
Plus my front stairs, I kind of feel sorry for them. They're like, oh, great.
Oh, I know.
With the case of wine.
Yeah, the 27 stairs just to get to the first floor.
Well, let's dive in, man. You first.
Okay, I'm going to take a looky look. And it's, this very pale. It's a very pale, almost clear wine, just a hint of yellow, just a little bit. Oh, that nose is New Zealand. It's got that. What is that, gooseberry or whatever? No cat pee. They used to say there's cat pee in there. I never really knew what cat pee smelled like because I don't go around, smelling cats. Yeah.
Oh, it's unmistakable.
Yeah, but I don't have a cat, so.
Check that out. Nice.
Well, I can't see mine, but there you go.
We got to do a virtual clink. Can you insert
I got a pop.
Wine clink here?
Probably if I can find it. I do have a pop, which probably wouldn't work.
I could do it.
I could probably find it.
I could do it. Ding.
Oh man, a man of 1,000 voices.
It's like you were there.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, this is really husky. It's got tropical fruit. It's got lemons. It's got limes. It's got gooseberries. Have you ever had a gooseberry?
Not on purpose.
Yeah, I mean, one of the weird things about a lot of things about the wine description things is like, what the heck is that? You know, I've never had that before. I've never even seen a gooseberry, I don't think. I probably had it at some point, but, you know, that I would use it as a term to talk about. I don't know. But there you go. It
Never
smells.
had a loganberry either.
Yeah.
So there.
Very berry.
I've had the berries of straw.
And the blues. It smells great. It's just husky New Zealand. It smells like at this point, when you have New Zealand, you know what you're going to get. And when it actually gives you what you're going to get, it's a good deal, and it's under $8.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I forgot what I paid for this. I should have remembered. But it's not much.
Oh, this is a little huskier than the other ones are. It's got good acidity. Another sip.
Explain husky to me. It's like a lot going on or full-bodied.
Yeah, there's like some weight on the palate. It's not, sometimes they're like light. They kind of evaporate, and this one's got some. I think it's the acidity. It sticks around in your mouth. You can feel it in different parts of your mouth. So it's got some weight to it, I think, and it's really citrusy, but it goes on forever. It's got the I like the kind of acidity that it doesn't burn or anything, but you start. It's like having a bowl of pretzels at a bar where you get enough salt in there and you start sipping you start reaching for the next sip before you even think about it. You're just reacting, and it's got that kind of acidity to it where you're just going, I think I need another sip, and your brain's telling you to drink, and you're not really aware of it. You're just doing because you want to.
Oh, nice. Sounds like it's got some nice acid.
Mm-hmm.
Nice acid.
Yeah, it's under $8. It's got a little weight to it. It's not super complicated, but what's there tastes good. It's got good acidity, so you're going to keep on sipping. Yeah, and it's a state. I mean, they grew it. It came from, the estate had more than one vineyard, so it's from several vineyards, and it's state bottled. I mean, they took care of the whole thing from Waru. Yeah. So it's a solid little Sauvignon Blanc from ALDI. What did I say? Sunshine Bay? And it sounds like every other Marlborough Sauvignon Blanc has got some bay in it because there's bays all over the place up there.
Yeah.
You got to watch it. Baywatch. Get
it?
Yeah. Funny.
All right, cool. I'm going to dive into mine. Yeah,
Go ahead.
I haven't tried it yet. But it's same kind of thing. It's got the real pale straw yellow. Really nice and clear.
Yours should be a little bit more mellow. Mine's cold weather because it's from the coast of South Island. Yours is more inland, so you might have a little more mellow. That would be my prediction. Am I right or wrong?
Well, the nose, I'm getting a lot of melon, man. And citrus, like some lemon.
Mm-hmm.
Lemon zest, I should say.
Oh, a little bit of sharpness to it.
And then here I go. Cheers. Ding.
Everybody knows your name.
Oh, yeah, that's nice. That's pretty. That's sexy. It's got some mineral going on. Crisp, refreshing mineral.
Can't get enough minerals.
And I'd say more of the melon and like green apple and all the. Ooh, we got some peach in there.
Ooh.
And I'd say, it's like a medium body. It's got a great mouthfeel. It's like nice and creamy. It didn't say anything about. I forgot what I was going to say.
Usually, if it's creamy, that means they did some form of enlise.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. I didn't read anything that they had done that, but.
No, but you can usually tell because sometimes you get a little bit of saltiness too. And if you're looking for it, you can find it. And if they stir the lees, which are the dead yeast and maybe a little bit of grape residue. As you always stir it because sitting on the bottom doesn't do anything, so you got to mix it up a little bit. But the more you mix it, the creamier it can get. So you can get a little bit of cream just from doing that, just from leaving the lees in. And sometimes they will like you have a Chardonnay, and they'll empty the tank out, and the next one they put in will be maybe a Sauvignon Blanc or a Pinot Grigio, but they leave the Chardonnay lees in there, so you get the lees from a different wine that give a whole different thing. So lees is very important in white wine because it adds subtle flavors and kind of like some of the best things of the wine. That like a little bit of cream is always like kind of a cool thing in a white wine.
Oh yeah, for me, if I can taste that creaminess, it's almost always on lees for a little bit. But yeah, this is really nice. It's got some great acid. I could go for a firecracker shrimp right now.
I think your wine's maybe off lees. Yeah,
and just it's that Lodi fruit. It's really aromatic. And then you have your Napa Sonoma that kind of gives it its oomph.
Lodi is kind of my go-to for inexpensive but really, really good Cabernet Sauvignon. Because, no one really is looking for Lodi there are some expensive ones out there, but there are some people out there making really good, ripe and juicy Cabernet Sauvignons from Lodi. That you get a lot of wine for the money just because, the people who are paying big bucks for Cabernet Sauvignons go just a little bit north to Napa, and they're not paying that big bucks for Lodi stuff, so you can get some really good ones at maybe a price that is under what the wine should be. So Lodi is always good, and so whenever I say Lodi on the label, I'm like, because I've even had decent Lodi Pinot Noirs, which shouldn't be good there, but it is.
Mm-hmm. And 100% stainless. I mean, you can tell they kind of just like stayed out of the way. No intrusive processes going on here. Just let the terroir come through. And all right.
Yeah, pick it in for a minute, and off you go. I've been sipping so much, I got to refill my glass.
You have to pee?
No, I don't. No, not yet. Anyway, yeah.
You got to mute. You got to mute before you do that, though.
Well, not really. I got.
You only learn that once. Make that mistake once.
Yeah, like day. So there you go. So that's our tape. I mean, we just did a wine. What else is going on? I mean, it's really weird to write about wine when you can't go anywhere or do anything. Like, we're starting to figure out how to do things online.
Yep, it's weird. It's weird, but, I've been on a lot of happy hours and cocktail classes and stuff like that just to try to keep from going nuts, and it's kind of interesting.
So you're just on Zoom all the time?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I'm a tech guy, so I worked remote anyway, but it's the social aspect that I'm kind of missing, the going out at night and yucking it up or heading over to the studio with you.
Oh, yeah. The complex is probably shut down right now.
Yeah, zombies running through there.
Wildlife is taking over.
And they're talking about opening back up.
Not really, though.
Yeah, kind of like a phased thing.
Yeah, I mean, certain things can open up, at certain times. But then again, Illinois just had 144 people die today.
Yeah, has it peaked yet?
No, one of our bigger days of death just happened today.
Man. Yeah, that's rough because, it's just going to be rough on everybody. Everything's going to change.
Yeah.
Like, I'm in the burbs and not much is going to be left.
And I live in the city, and so you walk everywhere because every place is closed, and you're walking down the street, and people like 20 feet ahead of you will like walk. When they see you coming, walk out to the street, and they walk in the street until you come around and come around back at you. And it's like, under normal circumstances, you'd be offended, but it's like, oh yeah, good, stay away from me.
Yeah, 6 feet.
Yeah.
Pick up your dog shit too.
Oh, they don't do that. It's everywhere. You got to watch. People are there's a school by here. Well, no kids are there, but they're just letting their dogs go all over the place there. It's like, oh my God, you jerks.
Yeah, it's good for the grass.
And actually, it kills the grass, doesn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think
Thought
it
it
does.
made it all green.
No, it makes the big yellow spots.
Fertilizer.
Yeah. So, yeah, in pouring wine out there doesn't help it any much either.
So, you know, I'm in
yeah.
this burb. I can walk to everything and all the bars and restaurants. And when this is all over with, who knows how many are going to be left?
Well, someone will move in. You know, I mean,
eventually, but it's going to be weird.
Yeah, well, that's just it. The ones that don't make it, and that were profitable before it went under, and the owner can't keep it going. That's just an opportunity for someone else. I mean, it's not a good deal. Someone's getting, someone's losing their livelihood, and someone else will step in. But like you go to like you have like in your neighborhood, the local taverns are where people go to eat. How do you do that? I mean, you have to have like every other table's got to be pulled out, and the waitress is not going to want to come over to your table and hand you stuff. How does that going to work?
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. Actually, you don't really have restaurants where you're at. You have beer places that serve burgers and pizza and everything else.
Yeah, definitely taverns.
Yeah.
The places I go are barely hanging on. I was drinking them out of house and home.
Yeah.
With all the comps I get,
That beer will only be $12 instead of $13.50. Oh, thank you.
That's a nice wine.
Yeah, I always like Sauvignon Blanc, especially this time of year.
Yeah, for sure.
It rained today, but it's we're going to have a string of 50s, 60s, and 70s for the first time. We had some 70s in January and February, but it's been kind of 40s and since then. So Sauvignon Blanc does kind of set the mood for that. You were up on the rooftop today, weren't you?
Yeah, it was nice. Then a storm came through later in the afternoon, but no big deal.
Yeah, it just got wet. Computer, put some plastic over your computer and you kept on working.
That's right. Well, so what do you think? Not too bad, huh?
No, I just figured out that one wine each probably wouldn't do it for these wine tasting things, but that'll work.
Yeah.
And there we go. I mean, we just did a virtual wine tasting without. I don't know what yours tastes like, and you don't know what mine. And our reviews were good. So I guess that's all you need, right?
That's right. Cool. Anything else?
Now, until the next time, we'll figure something else out. We'll get the hang of this eventually, since it's not going away. I mean, doing stuff over the air and is going to be probably with us for at least the rest of the year, right?
You would think.
Yeah, there might be a little bit easier to travel back and forth, but for the most part, it's going to be, stay away as much as possible.
All right, cool.
Well, that's it for us. We're keeping it cheap.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah, for locking down with us.
Check out cheapwinefinder.com.
It's funny. Whoever's listening to us, it's like a bunch of people by themselves, like across America or whatever. Right. Everybody's by themselves. We're talking, they're listening. It's kind of a lonely thought, but what can you do? We got to just do the best.
Yeah. You're bumming me out.
Well, adios for me. This is Dave, over and out. How about you, Miguel?
Yep. Catch you later.
And until the next time, we'll have more wines coming up there to talk about, and just talk about dogs and pooping and stuff.
Stay safe.
Adios. Bye-bye.